Okay, so if you come to your mat, this rolled up blanket is going to go just sort of, I want to say upper middle back. So where, if you wear a bra, where your bra strap would be. So if you just sort of place it on the floor first of all, we're going to come down to lie on our backs. So coming down, you can adjust this when you need to. You can keep the legs long. If you get here and think, oh, I don't like this, then just get rid of it, okay? You don't have to have it there. It just supports our upper back. You can wiggle around just to get into a comfortable position. Allow your arms to be wide, so you can have them here, sort of cactus the arms if you want, just to allow your back to expand. Just raising the back slightly, so you can have a bit more of a heart opener. Having the arms wherever you're comfortable, but give yourself space. You can have the knees bent here. All the feet can be stretched away from you in our corpse pose. And we're going to close our eyes and we're just going to settle in here. So where I am today, I can gently hear the wind blowing outside. The weather has definitely changed this morning. So just notice those sounds that you can hear further away or in your room. Just notice. Just allow yourself to be in this moment. Notice your breath. And that daily check-in. So even if you don't practice asana, these postures every day, really nice yoga practice you can do where you just pause wherever you are, just check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. Take some deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking that full breath in. You have your blanket here, really breathing into those ribs, feeling the expansion, the support of the blanket and the support of the ground. Exhaling fully. So your mat is supporting you. The earth literally has your back here, so allow the back of your body to become heavy. Allow the front of your body to have that lightness about it. We are going to take 3 more deep, nourishing breaths here. If you haven't already, just close your eyes. Full belly breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Again, that ujjayi breath, the ocean breath. That slight restriction in the back of the throat. It's almost like you're blowing candles out, but with your mouth closed. Breathing in again. Breathing out. Breathing in, slowly opening your eyes, reaching your arms up above your head, taking a full stretch. Just shake the feet left to right. Taking a breath here, bending the knees. And then slowly rolling all the way over onto one side. You can keep the blanket where it is for now. Just pause here for a moment. And then coming up to a comfortable seat. So you can move your blanket out the way now, or you can keep it close by if you want to use it to pad out the knees at all in a moment. So coming into a comfortable seat here. If sitting cross-legged is starting to become really comfortable for you, you can start to possibly take a mini half lotus, so just bringing one foot up. Again, if this is too much in the knee, just bring it back to cross-legged here. Wherever you are, just take a moment to arrive. How do you feel? Slight movement in your neck, just checking in. And then rolling those shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall, navel draws in. Just lean back just a little bit. Quite often we lean forward, so just see if you can stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Exhale fully. From here, we're just going to start to get some movement in through the upper body. So just creating some circles here. You can make these circles as big as you want, as small as you want. And again, with the speed, you decide whether you take these circles slowly or whether you decide to speed things up. It's entirely up to you. Try and keep those hips a little bit more rooted here. Leaning forward with the inhale, exhale to come back around. So just start to get some movement and then reverse it wherever you are. Feeling the stretch into the side of the body. If you come to an area that needs a little bit more, then you can pause there. You can just start to get some gentle swaying here and then continue that movement. From here, spiraling back wherever you are, just start to bring it back. So we stack head over heart and heart over the pelvis. From here, inhale, open up through your chest, roll those shoulders back, elbows start to come back, like you're trying to bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, allow your shoulders to round forward, hands move away, chin comes into your chest, navel draws back. 4 more of these. Inhale, chest comes forward, exhale, rounding through. 3 more. Last one. Chin comes into the chest, inhale coming up. Just gently sway your upper body left to right. You can switch the legs over for a moment if you need to. And then gently, the next time you come over to the left, stay there. Bring your left hand all the way around. Start to sit up a little bit taller. Right hand comes around onto left knee. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, coming into our seated twist. Use the breath to move you here. So we're not sort of drawing into the hands and using these muscles to really pull ourselves into this stretch. Use the breath to lengthen through the spine. And use those exhales just to twist a little bit further. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften into that twist. Navel draws in. Inhale, come back to center. Again, just getting that sway left to right. Hips are rooted. And then we're going to come all the way over to the right side now. Just allow the right hand to spin round. Left hand comes over. Once you arrive here, it's like you're leaning to the right. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. Take a breath here. Navel draws back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, roll that right shoulder back just a little bit. Maybe your gaze can come back a little bit further. And then coming back through center. From here, we're going to come over onto all fours, so make your way there. Again, we're coming into our all fours position, cat and cow. So if you want to put the blanket under your knees, feel free. You can do it just depending on how your knees are feeling. Maybe you just need that little bit of extra support here, so feel free to do that. From here, hands can come a little bit wider if you want. Maybe they're the width of your mat. Knees are underneath the hips. Paying attention to the mound of the index finger and the thumb here. So really pushing into that place just to take a little bit of pressure off the wrist. Navel draws in. We'll come to this tabletop position first. And then inhale, coming into our cow. How does that feel this morning? Get some movement here. On your next exhale, rounding through into cat. And moving with the breath. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling, drawing navel in, chin comes to the chest, into our cat. And keep this going. Moving mindfully, moving with the breath. Really paying attention to how our body feels this morning. Find some areas that you can soften. Don't feel like this move has to be rigid, that you need to stay here. You can always go off the beaten track a little bit, so if you want to add some movement in here with the hips, you can. It's entirely up to you. It's your practice. Taking another breath. And then slowly coming back to our tabletop position. Walk the hands a little bit further forward, keeping the hands nice and wide for now. Navel draws in, curl the toes, sorry, not curl the toes, lift the toes off the floor so you're sort of on your knees, and just do some circles with your feet. Okay, you can even shake the feet, circling the ankles one way and the other, point and flex through the toes. And then curl your toes under, push away from the mat. Start to lift your hips on an inhale. Maybe you walk the feet in just a little bit. Again, feel free to take a wider stance here with your feet. And on the exhale, allow your heels to be heavy. That doesn't mean straight legs, okay? You can have the heels heavy with bent legs. So the importance here is that you're really lengthening and stretching through the spine. So if you're trying to get the heels down and you feel like you can't feel that stretch in the back, bend your knees, shift those hips back, navel draws in. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lower the knees down. From here, you're going to lower chin and chest down to the ground as well. So chin and chest come down. All right, from this position, shifting forward, hands come back towards the ribs. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, coming back down. Shifting up onto knees. Curl the toes under. Shifting back into our downward dog. Take a breath. From here, tapping straight into our strength. We're going to come forward into plank. We're going to roll our feet to the right and stacking left foot on top of the right, coming into our side plank. If this is too much, bring this left foot down to the ground as a kickstand here, just to help support. If you're here, just take another breath. We're not here for long. Really lifting the side body all the way up. Maybe the left hand reaches over the top of the head. Exhale, coming back to plank. Shift the hips up into our downward dog. Briefly. Inhale into plank. And going over to the other side. So shifting over onto the outside of that left foot. Inhale, lifting up. Side plank again. You can bring that right foot to the ground as a kickstand. Lifting here. Tap into that strength. We're not here for long. Lift those hips. Exhale, right hand comes down. Coming back to our downward dog. Take a breath. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, looking up into our calf. Exhale, shift forward. Lower chest and chin down to the ground. And then sliding forwards into our cobra. Exhale, back down. Curl those toes under. Either pushing back to knees or to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. You can take the dog for a walk here if you want to. That doesn't mean go and get your dog and leave. Maybe you want to, but just pedal those feet. So just taking some movement here, then bend the knees, then look forward towards the front and make your way up. Mindfully, slowly, in a way that works for you. As you arrive here, just notice if having your legs straight is too much, have a bend in the knees. Okay, so it's always good when we come into these poses, first of all, to be kind to ourselves. So find that loving kindness. Soft knees, feel that spread across the lower back, relaxing the head down. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. So our halfway lift, maybe keep fingertips on the floor, maybe you keep those knees bent, just gazing forward, exhaling, lowering back down. Inhale, hands come left to right, reaching the hands all the way up, palms come to touch. Maybe you lean back a little bit. We've done some nice warm-up work in the back today. And then slowly, hands come down to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, so we're going to start to move through now. Move through a flow. It's going to be slow, so we're still going to get that heart rate up a little bit, but we're going to move mindfully. So you can keep the feet hip width apart. Inhale, take the arms left to right, reaching palms all the way up. Maybe gazing up towards those hands. Exhale, folding forwards. Marry the movement with the breath. Inhale, half lift. Your choice, maybe on the shins, maybe soft knees. Exhale, coming down, forward fold. Stepping the left foot back, lowering the left knee down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms come to touch, maybe looking at those hands. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. From here, stepping the right foot back, coming into our downward dog. Taking a breath. On an exhale, lowering the knees down, shifting forward with the upper body. Chin and chest come down to the floor. Inhale into cobra, reaching back with feet. Coming onto the top of the feet here. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, pushing up onto knees, curl the toes under, then lifting those hips into down dog. Enjoy that stretch. Taking a full breath. From here, your left foot is going to go in between your hands. So soft knees, Step that left foot up. You need to lower the right knee first, do, because we're going to lower that right knee anyway. Inhale, reaching up. Take a full breath, leaning back, maybe. Exhale, hands come down. From here, frame that foot, rocking the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, take that length. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Halfway lift, take length. Exhale, framing the hands, stepping the right foot back this time, lowering the right knee. Inhale, hands come behind you, interlace those fingers, open up through the chest, roll the shoulders back. Take another breath here, navel draws in, hands drawing down towards the floor. Exhale, release. Stepping left foot back to meet the right, coming into our downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees down. Again, shifting your weight forward. Chin and chest come down to the floor. Inhale, maybe this time you decide to take upward facing dog so you can really lift those hips off the ground, maybe even the knees here. Exhale to lower. Inhale, pushing back either to knees or parallel through plank into our downward facing dog. From here, step the right foot up towards the front. You can lower that left knee. Inhale, open up. Clasping those hands, roll the shoulders back. Lean back, hands draw down towards the ground. Exhale, release those hands. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, root to rise, hands go left to right, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause here for a moment, taking a breath. Notice how you feel. How do you feel in the body? If you start to generate that heat, do you feel a little bit looser? Okay. Let's go. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping left foot back, now keeping left knee lifted. Inhale, open up through the body. From here, we're going to bend into this front knee. So we're coming into our high lunge. Keeping this knee bent. So in the next move, if you find that your knee is coming over the toes, then just allow you to have a bit more space. You might have to step that left foot back just a little bit. We're going to inhale, open up the arms here. As we exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. So we've done this before, bringing the arms down. But this time we're going to bring that back knee down to the ground as well. Inhale, palms come to face each other as we reach up. And then as we exhale, palms face the front, cactus those arms, lower that left knee down. So we're moving slow. Navel draws in. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down. We'll do one more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Lifting that back knee, stepping that right foot back to meet the left. Take a breath. Exhale fully. Lowering the knees down, shifting the weight forward. Chest and chin come down to the ground. And then sliding through maybe into cobra or upward facing dog. Rolling back, either lowering back down or just curl those toes under, shifting the hips up, downward facing dog. Take a breath. From here, we're going to step that left foot forward. So to modify here, if it's too much of you coming up, and in this pose, you can be here, just working on the arms in this position. If you're okay here, inhale, reach up. Find this position with the legs. Find that stability. Take those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Right knee comes down to touch the floor. Inhale, take up length, reaching through. Exhale, coming down. Inhale to reach. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale, take that length. Exhale down. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Last 1. Inhale, reach, take length. Exhale, bend that knee. Bring the hands down to the earth. Stepping left foot back this time to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Lowering the knees, shifting the weight forward. Chest and chin come down to the ground. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Take a moment here. Exhale, lowering down. Shifting back, rolling the shoulders, roll back onto the knees. Big toes come to touch, knees come wide. Shift those hips back, keeping the arms active here. Maybe the forehead comes down to the ground again. If you have that blanket handy, you can always bring it behind the thighs, on top of the calves, or maybe use it as support underneath the head. So we're breathing into the belly, that full breath, trying to shift the weight back. So hips are trying to shift back towards the heels. They don't have to touch. It's that intention, stretching away from the hands. Breathing into both sides of the body, or actually the 4 sides of the body. So the left and right side, the front and back. Taking a full breath here. Inhale, coming back up. Walking the knees in. Either coming back to downward dog, or you can just step the right foot through to the front. So from here, I'm going to come into my down dog, and then I'm going to step the right foot through. And then we're going to pivot round. So the right foot the toes start to turn in, so that both feet are parallel. You can then get into your position here, adjust your clothes, whatever you need to do to come into this wide-legged forward fold. Bringing your feet a little bit wider here. Just get your bearings, get your balance, and then allow your hands, your fingertips, just to be a little bit further forward. My fingertips are off the mat here. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, halfway lift. So you're just gazing out in front of you, taking that length, full body. Exhale, folding down into a forward fold. Keeping the hands where they are. You can have soft knees here. Okay, maybe you're here. Just decide what works. You might even have the hands on your hips, depending on how tight you are in the legs. Take a full breath. You can even start to walk the hands further back towards the feet. Notice if you're dropping the weight all the way into the heels, just allow your weight to be a little bit further forward. Elbows are remaining in, it's like they're underneath the shoulders, so we're not allowing the elbows to splay out. They're tucked in nicely here, dropping the head. Full breath. You're taking another 2 deep breaths here. Staying in this wide-legged fold, just start to lift the head slightly so that you can start to walk the hands further forward. So you can do this seated if you need to. So imagine that you're seated with your legs out wide and you're just folding forwards with your hands. If you're remaining here in this standing wide-legged fold, just start to walk your hands forward. Stay rooted in the feet so you're not coming off the heels, but you're walking your hands as far forward that you can with your body, okay, keeping the feet rooted. So you can come as really far forward, reaching through those hands, and then exhale, head drops in between the upper arms. So the feet are super wide here. So it's almost like a downward dog, but the feet are super wide and the hands are narrower. Really stretching. Imagine that you're trying to pull the feet towards each other. So you're engaging through those inner thighs, but pushing the hands and the feet away from each other, lengthening through the back. Take one more breath here. Then soften through those legs just to start walking your hands back towards you. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the feet in just a little bit, just so we can start to protect these knees. I just want you to bend into your knees for a moment. Just because the legs have been straight for a while, you can shift the hips left to right. So just getting a little bit of movement in here. Feet are remaining planted, but we're just bending from one side to the other with the hips, okay? Just getting some movement. You can have your upper body even in a halfway lift here. And then on an exhale, just allow the head to drop. Inhale, lengthen through the legs again. So the legs are becoming straighter. Maybe you've got the hands on your waist. If the hands are on your waist, you can just drop your right elbow in and start to look out towards the left side. If your hands are on the floor, just walk your right hand or both hands all the way over to the left side. Right hand comes on the outside of that left shin. Inhale, lift that left arm up. Taking a twist here. The hands are on your hips, you can drop that right arm in and just gazing up towards the left side. So wherever you are, take a full breath. Really stretching into the side of the body. Get a little bit of movement in through the neck. Navel draws in. Lots of awareness going on here. Exhale, allow left hand to come down. We've done this before, just going over to the other side. Left hand now reaches all the way over to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Again, you can do this with your hands on your hips, just like I said. So just take what you need. You can have soft knees here if you need to. Full breath, navel draws in. Full awareness through the whole of the body. Relax through the shoulders, take the shoulders away from the ears. Taking up space here. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Start to heel toe the feet in, just so they're a bit wider than hip width apart. And then we're coming down into a squat. So if it means that you're here in your squat, and this is where you are, then take a moment here. If you're able to come all the way down, sinking those hips, elbows come into the inside of the thigh, inside of the knees, sorry. It might be that you're on your toes, okay, that's fine. We can work over time to just see if we can gently get those heels down. Roll the shoulders back, lifting up through the chest. Just close your eyes here briefly, and then breathe. Notice how the breath is really low into the tummy here. Relaxing through the face, relaxing through the jaw. Just opening up a little bit through those hips. One more breath, lifting up through that pelvic floor, relaxing through the groin area. Exhale, hands come down. If you're higher up in your squat, just slowly roll yourself up into standing. Tucking the chin to your chest, rolling up. Coming all the way up. Just pause here briefly. Get a little bit of movement. Shake those legs off. Okay, building strength, but also lengthening. So when we hold wide-legged pose for a certain length of time, we're really allowing the breath, the fascia, the tendons, everything just to sort of stretch a little bit more and take that ease. So sometimes it's nicer to be in those poses than to sort of get movement into them. We just allow the breath to do the work. Okay, we are coming into something a little bit different. So I want to say this is a bit more of sort of strength and workout. They're just little things that I do in my yoga practice, or definitely started to up a little bit. So I just wanted to give you the opportunity to do these things as well, but mindfully. So we're going to bring our feet sort of underneath the hips, maybe a little bit wider. From here, these are called like curtsy lunges or curtsy squats. We're going to do this in a very yogic way, okay? So we're inhaling, bring your hands to your heart. Your right foot crosses behind you, not in towards the body, so away, and you're coming down here. Inhale, coming back up, bring that right foot down, left foot comes behind you, and bend both knees. Exhaling here. Inhale, coming up, switch, exhale across, keeping the upper body nice and straight. Inhaling up, exhale across, bending both knees. Inhaling up, exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling. You can start to invite your arms in here if you want to. So you can bring your arms behind you, opening up through the chest. Inhaling the hands back, exhaling, opening up. So you can get some movement in here. Building strength, stretching through these hips, through the thighs. You can move as slow and as fast as you want, just getting some breath. Inhale, exhale. 2 more to each side. Just imagine that you're curtsying to yourself, your oh so awesome self. Last one, reach, inhale, coming up, shake off those legs. Just pause for a moment, notice the breath. Maybe you bring the hands to your heart. Exhale. Okay, so we are going to go into a bit of movement with balance here. Okay, so find something to focus on. So it can be something on the wall, a picture, maybe a screw that's in a plug, just anything that you can fix your eyes on that's not moving. You're going to sit down with your body. So imagine you're coming into this chair pose. You can bring the hands to your heart if you want to. You're going to stay down here. As you inhale, you're going to come up, lifting the left leg, and then bringing the left foot to your shin, open up through into a tree. Releasing left foot down, coming down into this chair pose, navel draws in. Shift the weight slightly to the left, lifting that right leg, rolling up tall now, straightening through that left, pausing here, and then right foot goes wherever on your leg. Start to open up through. Don't worry too much on the side of the knees, or you're not pushing into that knee. Exhale, right foot comes down, squatting down, moving with the breath now. Inhale, lift the left leg, open up that left knee. Exhale, release, squatting down. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, lifting right foot. Right foot comes to a place that's comfortable on the leg, opening up into tree, squatting down. 2 more each side, moving with the breath. So we're not really going at any great speed here. Really trying to listen to the body. 1 more each side. Exhale here. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. This time, lifting that left leg, placing that left foot wherever's comfortable. You can always hold on to that left foot now. Coming into our tree pose. Roll the shoulders back. Left foot can be still on the floor, maybe on top of that right foot, maybe on the calf, maybe up here into that full expression. Left knee draws back, finding that focus. Maybe you grow your branches here, navel draws in, soft gaze with the eyes, that length through the front of the body, that groundedness through the back of the body. We're not locking that right knee, soft knee here. Exhale, return back to that chair squat. And then on your next inhale, coming to the other side. Right foot goes wherever is comfortable. Maybe you hold on, you bring it into that inner left thigh. Open up with this right knee. Inhale, take as much growth as you need here. Navel draws in. Feel free if you need to hold on to something, you can. Remember that loving kindness to yourselves. When you show yourself that loving kindness, that then filters out to others. So embrace, relax through the shoulders, navel draws in. Find that breath here. One more. Exhale. Release the hands. Release that right foot. Gently shaking of the legs. Coming back to the top of your mat. Roll those shoulders back. Palms face forward. Inhale. Maybe you start to lean back just a little bit here. Coming into a little bit of a back bend. And coming back forward. Inhale, take your hands left to right, reaching all the way up, palms come to touch, maybe gazing up to the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe take a little bit more length here, take a breath. You can always wrap your hands around, holding onto the back of the ankles, arms drawing head down towards the knees. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping left foot back. Left foot now pivots round, grounding that left foot. Inhale, left hand comes forward, up and back, into warrior two, just briefly. Reverse your warrior, right hand reaches up and back. Coming back to warrior two, straightening through that front leg. Find this foundation here, rooting down through the feet. Heels in line with each other or heel in line with the arch of that back foot. Arms reaching forward, bump the hips back slightly, lean forward, And then wherever that right hand lands on that leg, leave it there. Inhale, take that left arm up. Roll the shoulders back. So I want you to really focus on this heart opener, okay? So with that out breath, maybe the left arm starts to come back a little bit more, really opening up through the chest, spiraling the waist round. Inhale to create that length, breathing into the body. Exhale again, maybe you can open a little bit more. One more breath here. Inhale, bend into that front knee, coming all the way up, warrior two. Pivot that back foot round, hand comes down to the floor, left hand touches. Inhale, reach that right hand up. And then as that right hand comes down to the mat, stepping the right foot back. Again, inhale here, exhale, lower knees down, shifting forward, chin and chest come down to the ground, and then rolling yourself forward into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, rounding back through, curling the toes under, pushing the hips up, all the way back into our down dog. You can sway the hips left to right, just getting some movement. And then from here, you're going to step your left foot towards the front. Again, if you need to lower this right knee down to get there, then do, and then pivot the right foot now, coming into warrior two on this side. So arrive here. You can swing that arm back, coming up here, settle in, roll the shoulders back. Hips start to shine out towards the right side of your mat. Just notice what's going on with this left knee. Maybe it just needs opening out slightly. Warrior two arms. Look forward towards the front. Flip that front palm. Lean back. Legs stay where they are. Just take the upper body back, only briefly. Inhale, coming up straight and through that front leg. Bump the hips back. Reach with that left hand. And that left hand places wherever it arrives. So if you're up higher, then that's fine. Just roll the shoulders back. Wherever you are, find that breath. Use the breath to spiral that waist back and open. Maybe that right arm comes a little bit further back today. So you're really opening up through the chest. Remember that loving kindness. Strong through the feet, that full awareness. Try not to cause any tension in the neck. So if it's too much looking up, maybe you keep your gaze out or down to the floor. You decide. 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, bend into that front knee. Pivot that back foot, bring the right hand down, and then lifting that left arm up, coming into our low lunge twist. Feel free if you want to lower the right knee, you can. Exhale, left hand comes down, stepping the left foot back to meet the right, briefly into our downward dog. Shifting forward now, knees come down to the ground. Weight comes forward, chin and chest come down, and then slide yourself forward, either into upward facing dog or cobra. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Shifting the hips back. And slowly coming into just a variation of trials. I've kept my toes held under for now. My arms are reaching forward. If you'd rather bring your arms in, rest them on top of each other, you can. Just take a breath here. Conscious breathing. The only thing you do today is breathe. Then you're doing right. It's always good to pause, especially throughout the day, just to take 3 conscious breaths in and out through the nose, or maybe even exhaling out through the mouth just to release. You'll be surprised how that really makes you feel good. From here, inhaling, coming up. You're going to shift yourself over onto your bottom, sending your feet out in front of you, giving your feet a little bit of a wiggle, legs a bit of a wiggle. Okay, from here, bringing your right foot across over to the other side, bringing your right hand just to rest behind you. So just allow that right hand to have connection with the ground, so either fingertips or palm. Inhale, lifting left arm up, and then just bringing that left elbow into the inside of that right knee and just open up through your chest. Left toes are up towards the ceiling, okay, if that's straight leg, and your left fingertips are up towards the ceiling. Maybe on that exhale, you start to take your gaze a little bit further back, taking a full breath here. Inhale, coming back through center. Again, just gently lean to one side, swing this left leg just under you. If this is too much, you can just come to a cross-legged position. We're just going to come back to our cow legs again. Okay, so the knees are aiming to be on top of each other, okay, stacking on top. This isn't always available. So if you're here, then you're in this position. Okay, if you're cross-legged, that's fine. We're going to inhale, roll the shoulders back. Either have your hands on your feet or bring your hands forward. On an exhale, you're just going to come into a forward fold here, just stretching through these hips. It's so good for the body and the mind. It's amazing how when we switch the legs over in this cross position, and we have the legs almost like they're on the wrong side of the body. What that does, it's amazing when we then switch the legs back, that rush that we get. So it's like we're tying ourselves up in knots, giving ourselves a squeeze. And then we inhale, coming up, and we unravel, send the legs out in front of you. Notice how the legs feel when you do that. You might suddenly have this rush of energy in the body. We're going to go over to the other side now. So left knee crosses over, or left foot crosses over. Inhale, take that length. Left hand comes behind you, reaching that right hand up. And then coming into the twist. So the twist is with the waist, okay? We're not just moving up the body. We're lengthening and then twisting the waist across. And the right elbow comes in. Roll that left shoulder back, open up. Flexing through that right foot. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath here. Maybe on that exhale, you twist back a little bit more. And then releasing. Coming back through again, lean to your right hand this time. Spinning that left leg underneath you, and then just allowing yourself to adjust so that your feet are away from the body and you can find your sit bones here. Maybe you inhale, and this could be enough, okay? You could really be feeling this in the thighs and the hips, even in this cross-legged position. Okay, so just notice. You want a little bit more on that exhale. Rolling through the shoulders, bringing the shoulders back as you lean forward over the legs. Taking a full breath, place your hands either on your soles of your feet or out in front. Full breath here. One more. Inhaling, rolling back up. Unravel the legs, bring the legs out in front, and just briefly you can either cup the hands and give your thighs a little bit of a massage, okay, or you can just rub through those legs. They've worked hard today. And then from here, just allowing yourself to come down onto your back. Bring the knees into your chest first of all. Feet come down to the floor, hands come down by your side, heels really in towards the bottom as much as you can. On an inhale, we're going to roll through that spine as we then start to lift the hips up. From here, roll those shoulders underneath you, so bring the shoulder blades closer so you can interlace your hands. If this is too much, just keep your hands by your side, using your hands to push down into the ground, awareness through the feet. Imagine you're trying to shift your sits bones, your bottom towards the back of your knees. Chest goes towards the chin. That's very different from chin to chest. Okay, lifting your chest towards your chin. Take another breath here. One more. On an exhale, release the hands. Slowly roll down the hips, bringing the knees back in towards your chest, just rocking gently side to side. And then coming into our Shavasana. If you have a blanket and you want to go back to that position we started with, or you want to cover yourself up, or put a blanket under your head, then do. You can keep the knees bent if you want to, with the feet dropping in, knees dropping in, or coming into our full Shavasana. We're not here for very long. We've already had one Shavasana this morning when we started. So just arrive, check in, feel the weight of your body on the floor. Surrender the front of the body to the back of the body and the whole body to the earth. Relaxing through the feet, through the ankles, through the lower leg, the knees, the thighs, the hips and the buttocks, the pelvis. Let it all relax. To the waist, the tummy, the lower back, the middle of the back, all the way around to the ribs, chest, the shoulders and upper back, all the way up to the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, the fingertips, the throat, the neck, face, all the face muscles. Allow the jaw to relax. Allow the eyebrows, to soften, going left to right. That space, that forehead, spreading left to right. Back of the head, the crown of the head, everything just relaxing. Everything is at peace. Breathing in that love and kindness to yourself. Sending love and kindness out to the world. 2 more breaths. Slowly get some movement back into the body. You can roll over onto one side. And then, whenever you're ready, coming back up into a comfortable seat. Bringing our hands to rest on our knees or on our thighs. Sitting up nice and tall. And feel free to join me today. I'm going to finish the session with chanting Om 3 times today. So we breathe in, and then as we breathe out, we chant Om, and we'll do that 3 times. So feel free. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing in. Maybe bringing your hands to your chest. Anjali Mudra, breathing in. May you have a wonderful day. From me to you, namaste.